Yesterday was our For the Love of Scootering, our 5th annual For the Love of Scootering event here in Daytona Beach, Florida, and we brought in a special friend to help us out for the event. What was your name?
Cody.
Oh yeah, Cody. Thanks for coming out with us yesterday.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was sick. It was cool getting to ride with all the kids, or I couldn't ride, but hang out with all the kids and just kind of like support them in the event. It was fun.
Well, why couldn't you ride?
Fractured my knuckles, which kind of sucks.
How'd you do that?
I did flip inward and I ended up landing on my hands. I spent too much time, obviously, on the left hand and dislocated the finger, and then that ended up ruining 2 of the knuckles, so been out for like a month.
You know, I see a lot of the kids take the fall, right, and they land on their hands.
Yeah.
And it's so gnarly because, I mean, you break your wrist or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not like you can ride with wrist guards.
No.
You can't ride a scooter with wrist guards.
No, not at all. Yeah, I definitely got lucky though, because it could have been a lot worse. So.
Oh, totally. You could have destroyed it, man. Well, we are on our way to the airport. This was a really quick trip for Cody because he flew. We didn't get to my house at like 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday.
Yeah, Friday.
No, it was Saturday morning.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was 2 o'clock in the morning.
True.
And then we got up early and we had to make it to the event, and then we were at the event all day yesterday, which was awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We had an absolute blast. You guys killed it. We discovered a new skill with Mr. Flom. Cody is a fantastic announcer. Dude, you truly have a gift, man.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
You made me look really bad.
I was standing right next to him because I was judging initially and he was announcing. I was bagging on him all day, just saying like, dude, you gotta up your game. He's like, fine, why don't you try it? And then it apparently ended up being pretty good.
All right, so it's no secret that I do not know scooter tricks. I tried desperately to know them. Like sometimes I can spot the difference between a regular whip and a heel whip. Most of the time I can't. You can watch the vlog up here that I did with Damien where we did the trick challenge. That was a lot of fun. I totally blew it. But I always tell you, here's an insider secret. So this is a Backstage channel.
Okay.
So insider secret here, when we do events, yes, I am on the mic and I'm calling tricks. However, I always have somebody stand beside me and just call out the trick names because I don't know what they are. And maybe that's lame. Is that lame?
I mean,
dude, come on, cut me some slack. We do the best with what we got.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you.
Anyway, I have to have somebody stand beside me and call the tricks. Not everybody's comfortable on a microphone.
Sure.
Right? And I'm comfortable on a mic, I just don't know the tricks. So we got to balance each other out.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, so Cody is a fantastic commentator. Matter of fact, I have encouraged him to pursue that as a career. He's that good at it.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So you guys that are looking for commentators, Jake Hershey, you have a competitor here.
Okay.
Because this guy is killing it on the mic.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's do rapid fire question here or favorites.
Okay.
All right, you just had to say the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Favorite food? No, come on, you're blowing it.
Tacos.
No. This is rapid fire.
Yeah, I gotta think about it.
No, you can't think.
There's so much food that I eat.
No, rapid fire, you just have to say it.
I eat so much food.
All right, so tacos, you and I are best buddies at this point.
Yeah, I love tacos.
All right, so we're gonna try this again. Rapid fire. You gotta go fast.
I'll try, dude. What do I think about these things?
Favorite car?
Porsche. Come on. I'm not gonna... I'm 930 Porsche.
It is early too.
Yeah, hey.
All right, but we did just have breakfast.
Dude,
at
I
Waffle House.
literally answered that one fast. I don't even know what you're saying. That one was...
Honestly, I got jammed up.
Yeah, you couldn't think of another question, so you started laughing.
I did. I couldn't think of another question. All right, we're gonna really do it this time.
Yeah, no, we're not.
All right, yes we are. All right, so favorite color,
White.
favorite skate park,
Corby.
Corby. Nice. Let's see.
You can't think. He's getting
Okay, this
2 questions and this is done.
It's kind of like my trick calling.
Yeah, pretty much. You need somebody whispering in your ear.
You're still bagging on me about that.
You brought it up. Oh my days.
Okay, we're gonna abandon this because this is not working.
Clearly.
All right. So one of the things that I really love about you, Cody, what attracts me to you in a non-homo way is that, first of all, you're an excellent rider. That's a given. Okay, but you're also very outspoken about your faith, your Christian faith.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's rad. I'm a Christian. I'm very outspoken about my faith.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a whole lot of guys in the professional action sports space that, and I know a lot of guys that are Christians in action sports, but there's not a lot of guys that are outspoken about it.
Right.
So tell us why your faith is so important to you that you just kind of put it out there.
Well, I mean, it's just kind of a part of my life. So for me not to share my faith with like the audience that I have right now is just me being ingenuine. So, and I'm a pretty genuine person. I say things that like they are kind of thing. And so just me talking about my faith and talking about the experiences I have and how the Lord has helped me get to where I am, that's just normal for me. It's like second nature when I speak. So it's just kind of how it's always been for me.
It's just who you are.
Pretty much, yeah.
And you were telling me yesterday that you found faith at a really young age. You came up in a Christian home.
Yeah.
And your parents just kind of raised you in it, but it's not your parents' faith, it's your own faith.
Yeah, pretty much.
How did that happen for you? Like, describe for us how you got there. How did you end up in a personal relationship with Jesus?
Yeah, I mean, I always knew that there was some supernatural power, obviously, because I was raised in the faith. High school came around, I started becoming way more independent because I was traveling quite a bit, and I liked the idea of becoming independent, so I tried to. I mean, I knew I had to make decisions for myself quite a bit more, and I knew that faith was gonna have to be one of those decisions I had to make. And since I grown up in the faith, you know, it was just kind of natural for me to have that inclination to follow the Lord. So
that's awesome. Now you've got scripture on your Instagram account, and you've got scripture on your deck, right?
Yeah.
What are those scriptures?
So my Instagram, it's 2 Timothy 2:4. It says, "No one serving as a soldier entangles himself in the concerns of citizens. Instead, he seeks to please the commanding officer." So in this case, I'm a soldier of faith. We're all Christians as far as I'm concerned, like Christians, children of God, we're soldiers in our faith. We have spiritual battles every day. And so because we're supposed to be concerned about pleasing the commanding officer, which is God, we shouldn't be thinking about all of the worldly struggles that we face each day. The other one on my deck is 1 Corinthians 15:50. Is flesh and blood doesn't inherit the kingdom of heaven. I love that verse because so many people are into like materialistic things, but at the end of the day, like God doesn't care what you have; He just cares about what's in your heart and who you're living for. Essentially, if you live for Christ, then you're doing it right, and if not, then check yourself.
That's super rad, man. How long have you been on Lucky?
This is the only company that I've ridden for. I think I was 12 when I got on. I'm 18 now, so 6 years. So it's been a fun ride. I love it.
And Lucky has always been very supportive of you. It seems like in the things that you do, they help you get to all these awesome places that you travel to.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they sent me to United Kingdom for the first time I went to Worlds. I went with my dad and my sister on that trip as well. I think they helped. I'm trying to remember. It's been so long, but I think they helped out with getting my sister over there as well and took care of me. So it was honestly such a huge blessing. So I'm thankful for all the contributions that they've made towards my scootering career, because I definitely wouldn't have been in half the countries I've gone to without them. So
Now you live in Southern California.
yeah.
Would you ever consider leaving Southern California?
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Most of the guys I talk to are like, nope, never leaving.
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, right now I have no reason to. Everything is, like, I'm central to pretty much everything in scootering, and this is kind of just my life for now. But farther down the road, then I wouldn't be opposed to living in some other state or even country.
And you said something interesting to me last night. Hopefully you don't mind if I share this.
Sure.
You said you would love to have a house in every state.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
But the reality is, it's not really the house. You just want a garage in every state, so you could put a different kind of Porsche in every garage.
Yeah, that'd be
How
great.
did you become like a Porsche maniac?
I would say I'm a Porsche
No, dude,
maniac.
you are totally you are a fangirl of Porsche. That dude yesterday that you took a ride in is Porsche.
Yeah, hey. I don't know. I mean, I've never liked cars. I've never been had a mechanical mind, so I've never worked on cars either. Never have taken an interest in cars. But when I started thinking about getting my first car, I always thought back to when I was growing up. For some weird reason, I had no reason, honestly, to like Porsches, but I liked the body shape, and I just kind of would see Porsche and I'd be like, oh, that's cool or whatever. I never really did that with any other car, so, you know, rightfully so, I just kind of found something that was in my price range was Porsche, and then it kind of got to know the car company a bit more after that, and I was like, shoot, this is tight. The reason I like Porsche is because it's more of a humble car company, in my opinion at least. It's high performance vehicles, but you think of Lamborghini and Ferrari, it's all up in your face, big, not necessarily muscle car, but exotics that you know, oh, it really makes a statement when it just rolls into the parking lot. But Porsche is a little bit it's more streamlined and kind of low key, I guess you could say.
I think it's a little more subtle.
Absolutely, more subtle and just more humble.
Humble. I don't know that I've ever seen Porsche as humble.
You think about the old classic cars. It's a small little car, but those things can put out a lot of horsepower.
If I compared a Porsche to a Lambo, I totally see what you're saying. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, we are on our way as Florida tradition continues here. All of my California friends come out. They want to see alligators. As they are all aware, I am terrified of alligators. So we are going to go see if we can find some alligators, and then I got to get this dude to the airport so he can get home. Cody, thank you so much for coming out, man.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. It was super fun.
Would you come back?
Absolutely. When I can ride, I'll come back.
Awesome. So we will look forward to having you back, dude.
Sounds good.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I hope that you enjoyed this little brief meeting with Cody. I know I have, but you guys take care. God bless. I love you. Bye.
Deuces.